I don't think I've ever fucked a ginger man, actually. Oh,
We're gonna make that
one,
happen.
one in porn.
Really?
One in porn, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's my fetish.
A ginger?
Ginger men.
Ginger men.
Just kidding.
Gingerbread men.
Gingerbread men, actually.
Gingerbread men.
Confuse the two.
Okay. But okay, you were saying you had a boyfriend and he was wanting to fuck 8 times a day, but you still weren't orgasming? You weren't really getting into it?
No, because it was just like horny sex, you know, like
You're just like using your body to come.
Yeah, just like humping real fast, and then like he comes and like I'm all wet with jizz and like damn, now I stink. Like it wasn't like exciting for me. I was like, oh, here he comes again. So I was like, please go fuck some other girls so I can remain clean and pretty and like.
Wow, you sound like a really great girlfriend.
Thanks.
Yeah.
An unsatisfied girlfriend.
Unsatisfied, but like you just being willing to say like, oh, you seem like you're maybe a little too horny for me, so maybe you can fuck some other people as well.
Please hump some other people.
Girls, take notes.
Wow.
Anyway, okay, so how did that go? You tried to get him into porn. He goes, he's not down to get his butt licked, which is the craziest thing I ever heard. That's probably one of the best things about being a male porn star, right?
Yeah.
Don't act like it didn't tickle for you the first 10 times I did it. You're like, oh.
At the point I'm at in my life right now, I'm not turning down any butt licking on camera at all. I'm ready. I'm here. I don't think there's anything that can go wrong with a guy getting his butt licked.
So much progress.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
I've come a long way.
This is good. This is good.
So he rejects this entirely, and then you start thinking,
I was like, it's so easy. It seems easy. So I wanted to like do webcamming first. And then I was like, oh, I'll see how that goes and get my feet wet and then maybe try porn. And webcamming was super boring. Like I tried it for a week and I was like, man, this sucks. Like I'm just in on a camera in a room, like trying to be sexy, but I didn't know how to be sexy. So it was just like, I'm doing the Carlton and trying to get tips. It's not working.
Oh my God. It's like a waiting game too. It's not really engaging, especially if you don't have like a lot of people in your cam room. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty boring. And, so I was like, after a week, I was like, let me try porn. And, my first porn was for Holly Randall, and then I did Reality Kings. And I had no idea what either one were. And just like right away, like boom, boom, boom. They're like, you need to get a Twitter. You need to like this and this and that. And within a month, like I had the messages from my friends from high school, like, so saw you online.
were you thinking about that a lot in advance? Like, oh, I'm going to have to, explain this to my parents. I'm going to have to explain this to everybody I went to high school with.
Surprisingly, no, because everybody had already been having sex, and on their phones, like recording it in party style and stuff. So I was like, well, everybody else is already freaky. I'm just late to the party.
Right.
So I just thought like I was doing what they were doing, just like more professional and with Europeans.
And getting sent out to many, many more people on the internet.
Yeah. Well, we probably have about the same number of sex partners, I have a lot of sex partners in porn, but people that I grew up with in school, like fucking a whole school, there's a lot less people in porn than
People don't
That's true.
talk about that or realize how like that fucking 40 guys in the porn world is like a million times safer than fucking 40 random dudes from the club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That could have literally been doing anything the day before.
Yeah.
And all your friends and all their friends.
Yeah. So did you start having great sexual experiences right away?
Kind of. They were more like kind of comedy at first. Like my first dick sucking scene, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like 2 minutes long. It's gonna be so easy.
Right. And it wasn't?
And
what was it actually
never
like?
2 minutes, right?
No. It was like weird. I was like, why are you trying to abuse me? Like, because he's like grabbing my head and like trying to deep throat. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, why would you do that? You're just only supposed to put it like on my tongue and then like,
oh my God.
Yeah. So I like
you really were learning about, you didn't watch porn before you went to do it or what?
It just wasn't like, it didn't connect with me. Like it didn't like turn me on. Like I like watching people like in life instead of like a porno. I'm like, I have no idea who this young lady is.
But that first experience like didn't turn you off. Obviously you kept pursuing it.
Yeah.
So
I
what changed?
I just wanted to be better. Like I knew that I was bad because I didn't know, so I wanted to learn,
Okay.
Because sex ultimately was the one thing I wanted to accomplish, like good sex. So if I am learning how to suck dick on set and I think it's terrible and I like run away, then I didn't learn anything. I came here and just busted it open for nothing. So yeah, it's like my favorite thing now, sucking dick.
Even that one blowjob scene, did you feel like you got the hang of it by the end of the scene? Like, oh, I'm supposed to just really take this thing down my whole fucking throat and slobber all over it. And...
Nope. I went home and I was just like so confused and had to call my friend. I had called my gay friend and I was like, he was trying so hard to like make me not breathe. And he was like, oh yeah, he was doing it good. And I was like, good? What? So I like, got like, friend advice and I was just like, oh, okay, it's me.
But did that start to turn you on eventually? Because you went into it to get self-pleasure. So
yeah, after a while, like just doing it good, you kind of like, when you don't want to suck dick, it's not like fun at all. But when you want to, you're just like, oh yeah, so turned on when you want to do it. So after learning how to do it, I wanted to do it. So,
I think about that a lot when we're doing these scenes is like, once we start doing the blowjob thing, it's like, I could just get head and let the girls do their thing and just sit back. Or I could go the extra mile and really start jamming it down there, grabbing them by the back of the head, just making it go crazy. And it's kind of weird. Like, we haven't actually put any of these out yet, so I'm not seeing the feedback. But I mean, that's what I like think about. I'm like, a lot of times the better blowjob scenes that I might watch on Pornhub or whatever are probably going to be the guy's not just sitting there getting dome. He's getting involved.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit interactive.
You're trying to touch the tonsils for sure. I don't know.
My gag reflex has been really bad the last 9 months.
Okay. I've been keeping that in mind.
Interesting.
So what was it like the first time you orgasmed on camera?
Oh, it was fun. I like had a little squirt action and I was just like looking at everybody. I was like, oh my God, I did it. Like,
wow.
I was like all happy for me. And everybody's like, stop looking at the camera, girl. Like,
how many scenes in was that?
Like, I think 4.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. 4
so you
seasons.
found what you were looking for like pretty early on.
Yeah.
What was it about that scene that took you to the next level? Was it just the fact that you were really, really comfortable by that point? Or did this guy hit it in a certain way? Did he have a certain curve to his penis?
Describe it.
It was the first time I had worked with, or I even had sex with like someone that I would consider like a man versus like the guys that I was fucking, like the guys that I would pick in life were like barely bigger than me or anything like that,
Right.
But this guy in porn was like buff as shit. And I was like, oh, well, hello. He's like, yeah, I'm nice. I was like, oh, he's nice. He's not a dick, So I was already like all excited. And I think just me being excited and him being like a seasoned professional, like he knew what he was doing. And then like his dick does have like a little curve. So those little curved dicks
curve
be
helps,
like,
right?
yeah, the curve just,
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Like old school porn music. We were saying that the other day. Like modern porn music doesn't even have music most of the time, and it definitely doesn't have the cool ass.
Yeah, I like music in like when I'm fucking too. So I'm like sad that there's like not even like a basic beat in the
silent,
background.
yeah.
What kind of music you throwing?
I like R&B. I've been listening to like woke music lately. And trying
Define
to get
woke
You want to
music.
fuck to
like. Maybe sometimes it is. I do a good blowjob to some woke songs. Like
Erykah Badu is woke to me, maybe.
She's pretty woke. There's this group called SAULT, SAULT.
Okay.
And it's like a brother-sister group and they don't show like their face.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So they're just like kind of like make political like woke songs. And I'm like doing like the opposite, like sucking dick. So it's kind of like
wow.
It's nice.
Damn.
It's extra naughty.
Yeah.
I like to throw in death metal when I'm fucking, but she's not really feeling it.
It's gonna feel like a giant roller coaster.
It is.
I mean, on tequila, then I could do some like death metal, like
Get into it.
yeah.
I fuck with it. Hey, when did you start to feel like you were actually building a fan base, or was that weird for you to suddenly all of a sudden have people like really wanting to see more shit from you? Like that's got to be a weird part of becoming a porn star.
Yeah, I completely didn't think about like all of the things that go into like being on camera. I didn't even think about the fans at first. And at first, when they first started noticing me, I was like, oh, I have fans. I have like 100 people on Twitter. Wow. But then after a few years, I like when I actually got like real fans, like you go to the airport and somebody's like, hey, the Foxxx. I'm like, oh my God. Like it's like pretty heavy because they're intense fans. Like I almost wish I just like wrote books or something so they wouldn't
Didn't know what you two look like,
really. Well, they're aggressive. They're like, oh my God, remember that scene when he was like fucking like, oh, turned me on. And I'm like in a Starbucks. I'm like, yeah, you know,
like this is not AVN.
Yeah, thanks.
That is so funny though, because like literally anything that they could say to you is like hugely inappropriate to say at the Barnes and Noble, you know?
Right. So it's like, I like the fans, but we have like a interesting relationship where I always kind of forget like their intensity until they're like in front of me, and I'm like, oh, I forget like what I do to you.
Because when you go to set, you're like becoming Anna Foxx.
Yeah,
but
and
then
I'm
when
doing
you're
it for
just
me.
walking down the street at a Starbucks, you're a totally different person in that moment.
Completely.
Is that what it's like?
Yeah, like I completely forget that I like was sucking dick like yesterday, you know?
But that's all they know of you.
Yeah.
So then,
and like that, all of that stuff. And like when you change sexual acts on camera, like your fans change too. Like going from like deep throating to like BDSM, like completely different. Like
I just feel like also a lot of porn chicks kind of like look different when they're just in public, but I feel like you are somebody who would probably just get noticed a lot because you just have like a very striking look to you that they're just not gonna miss it if they're paying attention.
Yeah, they I'm surprised. Like I never see people, but I don't have that eye either. Like sometimes people like can see people from like down the street and stuff. I'm like, how did you know? I'm like looking to make sure I don't trip over my feet. But yeah, they always know me, and I think they notice me more when I have my hair and the bangs.
Okay,
something about the bangs.
The bangs go a long way with me. Yeah. Love a good bang.
Adam loves bangs. He's been talking about bangs all day.
Love bangs.
Bangs.
Every woman in my life, sexual or otherwise, bangs go a long way. So
Looking up over here.
just so you know,
Just get the clip
I
on.
look really
Clip on
nerdy. I look
bangs,
really
yeah.
nerdy with bangs. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that though. I like when you used to wear those big glasses, fake glasses. Her eyes are fine.
Fake
All right,
glasses.
gonna go home tonight and just make a little fantasy happen for you. Go
no.
get the clip and bangs.
Bangs, glasses.
What was the first thing that you did porn wise that was like a real challenge, or like was there anything in particular that was your first thing you did that was like really melting your
sucking
brain?
dick.
Sucking dick.
Once you got past that,
got past that. I think the next hurdle was anal, because I did BDSM, but I think that would just kind of seem like normal life to me, like getting beat up. And I have like a tomboy, so fighting was kind of like fighting in sex. So I was like, oh, that's nothing.
like getting beat up during sex, that was
But
just
what kind of
normal to you.
BDSM? Like kink.com?
Yeah,
like
kink.
the electrocutor? Oh,
Yeah.
But you're into
Crazy.
all that stuff. That was like easy from the beginning.
Yeah,
You wanted to
that
do
was
that.
easier than anal to me.
Really?
Yeah, I had never even thought about putting like dick in my butt. And then they're like, oh, you do anal? I was like, what? The anal? They're like, yeah, get fucked in the ass. And I was like looking at videos and I was just like,
how does that go in there?
yeah, just like complete like another language to me.
It seems
Wow.
like you started doing porn without having really thought that much about what it was going to actually entail.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Anna, today?
I'm allowed?
Yes, that's why we're here.
I was going to ask you guys if you are interested in collaborating. I feel like I might be up to the task. So I don't know if you guys want to try me out or what.
I think you're in for it. You're good.
Okay. Should I throw my hat at the camera? Do a little transition? Okay, let's do it.